Hello and welcome to Rare Intuitive Gems. Before I get started, I'm going to do a really quick prayer. God, angels, ancestors, and guides, please guide me to the air signs energy, only helping me guide them for their highest good and their highest good only. Remove me and allow me to be the pierced channel for the white light. Archangel Michael, come in and protect me as I channel these messages. Archangel Raphael, protect the hearts of all involved. Archangel Metatron, give me as well as the collective clarity. Ashe. Hey, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. I truly appreciate you guys being here with me. All right. As I was meditating on your energy, I was getting like fast-paced life. So there's a need for you to kind of know and understand that when you're overly burdened, that God will kind of slow things down or put you in a state of rest while you're in the midst of needing things or doing things so fast or doing so much where you are mentally burdened or you're weighed down. This is for the air signs, please. Oh my. Yeah. There's a need for you to kind of take care of your mental health, your spiritual health, seeing yourself for and seeing the capabilities of what you're able to do, what you're surrounded with, knowing when and where you can give as well as receive, and trust, and having a trust in this situation or trust within yourself. Also, there's a need for you to kind of understand your will to do things or the determination that you have, what's the purpose of why you're doing this, and trust that and know that like what you're doing is a self-definition or it defines who you are at your core. Needing to kind of acknowledge where you need to give to yourself and when you're taking too much, when you're kind of giving or overloaded on what you're giving and how you're giving things. Whew. There's also a leap of faith that must happen when it comes down to your relationship with spirit, trusting in the fact that when you give to spirit, when you give to being the best or taking care of yourself in the best or taking care of situations with the best intentions in mind and in heart, then and removing that ego, what will take place is spirit will open a door for you to receive a lot more, and not just necessarily from people, but now if your need is physical, then there will be a need that's met there. But how I'm seeing this is a giving and receiving in the spiritual, where it's like you're over. I'm seeing someone carrying a lot of boxes stacked up where they can't see. So it's like you're not able to see your way through the burdens that you're carrying. But once you kind of remove the ego of why you're doing things and do it because you're that connection or that relationship of serving your higher self, your source energy, or serving your future. Before I started recording, I kept hearing like I have to live in this town. So kind of having a small town mindset where what you do kind of ripples, and other people will know. um and that's what I mean. Like, if you ever lived in a small town, you know that what you do, or your integrity, your decisions, how you do things, and how you show up in your community, it ripples, and it ripples all the way. I'm getting like, whomever your city mayor is, it ripples that far, wide, and deep. So there's a need for you to understand that whatever this is that's burdening you, once you remove the ego, and I'm seeing those boxes as ego-based decisions where it just serves you now. It serves your complacency is what I'm getting. Like, it serves the complacency of, okay, I'm gonna be content right now, but I'm also getting like, it's still burdening. It's still a burden for you. So, for example, I have $5. I'm going to buy myself I'm gonna go and buy myself a meal from the fast food restaurant where, and it's gonna serve me right now. But what I should do is, I should take that $5 and buy something that's going to last me a little longer than right now. That's the energy I'm picking up on. It's like, I made this decision of going to the fast food restaurant because of my ego, because I don't want to feel as if I can't afford. But at the same time, at home, and how I'm seeing home is your body, your soul. It still needs you for the longevities. Excuse me, you guys. There's a need for you to kind of trust. There's a need for trust. There's something that needs to be spoken. There's something that, and I'm seeing this all as a spiritual thing where there's a need for you to kind of go and tell spirit, I need this. Remove your ego of not telling people when you need to be receiving something instead of always giving. It's like you giving, and this could be monetary, or this could be your time, but whatever it is that you're giving a lot of, you're giving it only because you don't want other people to know that you can't afford to give this. So, for example, people say that, oh, you're very determined, so you're the one that kind of picks up the slack or all of the shifts for everyone else, when the truth of the matter is, even though you don't necessarily have the time to give, you're doing it because you want to have a certain look, or you want to look a certain way in this community, or around these circles. I'm hearing around these parts. Tell me more. Ooh-wee. So there's an energy. Archangel Uriel has come out. So Uriel speaks of, it's like bringing insight, using your intelligence. So it's using your intelligence in a different way. Using your mind, bringing insight in a different way. So if you've been just burdened, if you've been just trying to, I'm hearing get by, changing that mentality. Changing that mentality. Where now you're talking to spirit and telling spirit what you need. And being open to receive it. Or talking to your bosses and kind of cutting your hours back, or making it a decision to kind of leave that job in its entirety, or not, or choosing to not kind of sit on the sidelines or sit back and see the blessings or the opportunities from afar, or acknowledging or experiencing that beauty from afar, but kind of trusting that what you say you need, or doing what's necessary to take care of yourself, is going to kind of lead you to a place of beauty. There's a need to sustain from some situations. The number 30 is significant, and the number 46, 41. But there's a need for you to kind of meet the needs of your soul. That's what I'm picking up heavy. You needing to meet the needs of your soul, not the soul, not no one else's needs, but your own. Your needs, I'm seeing like you need to acknowledge your needs are significant. Your needs are very significant. All right. The number 6 speaks of alignment. The number 4 speaks of stability. The number 3 is the balance of mind, body, and soul. All right. Yeah. Okay. Other people are not seeing that you have so much that's going on. You're burdened, you kind of beat down by life or by a situation. There could have been a need for you to separate from something, or separate from people, places, and things that are burdening you or weighing you down. And I'm getting whatever this burden is, or this separation is, that you're having to kind of walk away from. This could be something that you are or have always been traditionally, or you've done for a long time, or you've done, or this is how you've gained this insight. I'm seeing, okay, so how I'm seeing this right now is you've been doing something a certain way, or you've been in this same cycle. And whatever this cycle is, after you've repeated this cycle so many times, now you're able to learn that lesson. Where this is not a give and receive situation. I'm being depleted, or I feel my energy feels X, Y, and Z. And, or this is not a situation that's good for my health, my mental health. And you move away from it. But once you move away from it, although there's a burden there, there's a release that's there also. Because now you've gained the insight, and your release, your weight is now that, okay, I need to trust that what decision I'm making is going to pan out for my highest and greatest good. Me moving away, like whatever this decision is for you, it's affected your mental health without taking action, without doing something, without experiencing or acknowledging what your spirit needs. So now Uriel came in and was like, hey, look, I need you to acknowledge that this is not necessarily good. You've been living this fast-paced life, making decisions, just going, not taking time for you. And now you are burnt out, overburdened, And now it's time for you to take action, separate yourself, and acknowledge, like, you don't have to kind of put on a brave face when it's like, I'm seeing this as if you have been betrayed or burdened or burnt down, but you see that she on the phone, she could be on social media posting as if everything, like, she living this beautiful life, as if everything is fine when everything is not. There's a need for you to acknowledge this. What you've been doing has not been serving you. It's not serving you anymore. And you need to trust that the decision that you're going to make is going to be a great one. It's going to be what's necessary for your overall health. Anything else, Spirit? The scripture I'm getting is Matthew, the 11th chapter, the 28th verse. Okay. There's a need for you to be your own God at this time. But I'm getting, like, your will to have or make everything happen. When you're being your own God, meditate on the answers that you want. There's a need for you to kind of open up your solar plexus chakra. So asking yourself some of the tough questions around your solar plexus chakra, and embrace the change. Don't kind of push away from it. You see that something is needing to move out of your life, or someone needs to move out of your life, or you need to remove yourself from a situation. When it becomes a burden, now it's time for you to change. Now it's time for it to change. Now it's time for you to acknowledge the energies that are around you, or that's attaching you to this situation, or that's trying to... I'm seeing someone, oh gosh, it's a movie, but I can't remember the movie, but I'm seeing this scene where someone kind of is laying down in a chair and someone else is standing over them, and it's kind of Green Mile. That's what I'm seeing. When he was healing, and he was kind of sucking out all of the bad out of the person, and then all of a sudden now they're okay, but he was getting sick. There's a need for you to kind of acknowledge those energies that are kind of either healing you and helping you remove or suck away all of the negative, but also there's a need for you to acknowledge those energies that are trying to suck your good energy out of you also, or deplete you in some way. And there's a need for you to seek peace. And not from external people and places and things, but within yourself. Within your soul. Finding that peace. I'm going to get some affirmations and I'm going to get out of here. This is for the air signs. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. No, I'm sorry. 3, 4, 5. That's significant. So change. 3 is the balance of your mind, body, and soul. Or the Trinity. God, universe, nature, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, that whatever that three Trinity, however you word or however you name it, that Trinity. All right. Okay, so your affirmations is I am at peace within who I am as a person. I trust myself to make the right decisions. I acknowledge my own self-worth. My confidence is soaring, and I give myself the care and attention that I deserve. And this card turned over on its back for me not to read it, but how I'm seeing this is your ambition and drive that is allowing you to achieve your goals. There's a need for you to kind of step back if you're, or embrace that change if you're being burdened by these goals or burdened by trying to achieve these goals. All right. I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations, emails, everybody that kind of put me on to things that I've done or I've read about, I've foreseen, and they may not remember exactly what the reading is, but they kind of tell me, hey, you did a read about this and I saw this in my local newspaper, or I saw this online, it came up in my news feed. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you guys for that. I want to tell you guys thank you again. Until next time, everybody, namaste and blessings to you and yours.